Welcome to Whispering Spirits Paranormal After Dark. My name is Angela. I'm one of your hosts, and
I'm Sherry. I'm another host.
And I'm Melissa, the third host.
there you go. So tonight is our first episode, and we are going to introduce ourselves to the paranormal world. Yes. We're going to share our experiences, what brought us together, and why we do paranormal investigations. We're also going to share with you some funny stuff that we found and some probably scary stuff that we think are scary, for at least us.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go first, Melissa?
I guess.
So what made you get into, first of all, what made you start with paranormal investigations?
It's been something that's just been, well, the investigation part I started because I made friends with Sherry and I started telling her about some of the stuff that happened to me, and she told me she was part of a paranormal investigation team, and then I joined the team after that. But like my abilities and stuff have been with me kind of my whole life. Like I've seen different spirits and stuff since I was little, and they've been with me my whole life. And so that's kind of how I got started into it.
Have you ever had an incident with doing something on your own or with the team that freaked you out the most?
Freaked me out the most was where my mom used to live. And she had, I usually don't get spooked or scared much, but she had a room that I would not, like, I didn't even like to walk by it, but there was like just like bad spirits in there, and I could see it, and I used to see like these dark figures with like gloomy eyes, and I could just tell they were bad. They weren't like others that I see that are friendly. That's the thing that has got me the most, like, freaked out. And then sometimes on investigations, there'll be certain rooms and stuff that I refuse to go in by myself. But yeah.
All right,
So,
Sherry?
how old were you when you started like feeling things, seeing things?
The first time I saw something, I was 7 or 8. I don't remember the exact, but I was like 7 or 8 years old. I saw a little girl, and she was like in like old century clothing, like with a bonnet, and she has a little
Mm-hmm.
doll. And she's actually one of the ones that I still see till today. She's just always been, and she's always. And actually, one time, one of my nephew's friends, and he's the only one, he came up to me and said that he saw a little girl, and he described her like to the T, and he had known nothing about it. And so I guess she revealed herself to him as well, because,
Ghost?
well, from what he described, because we were sitting talking, it was my nephew's friend, and we were watching Paranormal Activities, and he said that that night, the next day, he said that night, he saw a figure, and he described the girl that I see to a T. Like, so my only assumption is that it was the same girl. I don't know for sure because I couldn't see what he was seeing, but when he described her, it was like even the little doll, the clothes, everything was exactly the same. So then I told him, and he was like, "Oh my God, he would never went back to my mother's house again. Never. That was it. He was done."
I think I'd be a little spooky too,
Yeah, I would be too.
right?
Yes, I don't think I can live with that my whole life. I don't think I could.
So do
She
you
And
work
doesn't
with,
knowing,
bother me.
do you cards?
Well, I don't work with tarot cards, no, but I do tea leaf cards.
You do what?
Tea leaf cards.
Oh, tea
They're
leaf.
the same, but they're different. So they're like, they won't tell, like, say like how the tarot cards will tell you like this specific thing, like people or dates or anything like that. But it does like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. It could tell you, and I've done them to Sherry before.
yes,
Was it
quite a
true?
few
Did it come
times.
true?
Oh, yes. Most it didn't happen right away, but in the time frame that she would tell me, that specific thing really happened. I mean, it was like you don't think so at first. Like when she first reads them, and she says, "I'm trying to think of something that she had talked about, but I can't right the second." But yeah, it definitely did really happen. It's not specific, like she'll say, oh, like a dark haired man or something will
Yeah.
happen with that. So, yeah, it is. It's pretty on point when she reads it. Yeah.
Like Paul, I did his once. He won't even let me do him. Never again. He won't let me do him. It said he was
What
gonna
is it? You
be.
boil tea and then you drain it?
They're actual cards, like tarot cards, but they're circles and they have figures on them.
I got you.
She
Okay.
is very good at it. She's good at it. Her and her mom are good at it. So
Yeah, my
yeah,
mom does it too.
Your mom
yeah.
has abilities?
She won't tell you that she doesn't think she does, but my mom, she's really good at the tea leaf, and she sees. My mom's seen a lot of
She
spirits in
has
her life.
told me some
Oh
frightening
yeah,
stories. Her mom has.
like since
Really?
She
she
has,
was young.
yes, she has told me some stories that I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, her mom's been through, it's like she's lived with this her whole life too.
Yeah, she was little the first thing that
Mm-hmm.
happened to her.
Yeah.
And my grandmother she calls it her sixth sense. But like when something's gonna happen, my grandmother usually says it, and she's usually right. But
Really?
she cleanses, my mom cleanses, and then that's where I learned how to cleanse.
So speaking of cleansing, when you do a cleansing, does it
Mhm.
physically and mentally drain you?
It physically does, yeah. Like not so much like right away, unless there's other stuff going on. But by the time I get home and I'm pretty much like spent. Yeah,
What
and
does
it
it feel
depends on
like
the
when you're doing
cleansing.
it?
Some are worth it. When I'm doing it,
Do you feel
it
the
depends.
spirits
It
when you're
depends
doing
on the
it?
no. Well, unless they're trying to make themselves known to me, like to me. I could say sometimes like I have in the past, yeah, but not every time. Like when I've cleansed my own house, I've had in my daughter's bedroom, to be specific. I've had things happen
I think Sherry's
where
grandson
that
is
have never
experiencing a
happened before.
ghost.
So
It's called
yeah.
sleeping. You're trying to go to sleep. When
What
you
about you, Sherry?
me. I didn't even start thinking about paranormal until I had an experience I've shared with you many times with my mom. So I was on the edge of my bed, me and my ex-husband then, and he literally sat up and thought that I was talking to somebody, and my mom had came through and she was sitting on the bed with me telling me that everything was going to be okay, not to cry. She was there with me. And she looked so young, so beautiful, all in white. And I was crying, crying, crying. And he said I was physically hugging something. And then when she left, I was still awake. I turned to him and said, I was with my mom. So after that experience, I needed to know, was I going crazy or did that really just happen to me? So that's what got me started in it. Did. And I started learning more about the paranormal. Years.
Yeah, woo, woo.
It's been
Can you believe
fun.
it? 15 years.
15 years. It's been a lot of fun, some very scary experiences, especially starting. Now, I find it very invigorating, like when we get an answer, a response, or we've never run into anything evil, anything that was bad. Everything's always been pretty, it hasn't been a bad experience at all.
No, I agree with you on that one.
I tend to get scratched a lot. I've been pushed downstairs. And I mean, I know people are thinking that's not scary. Not when
Yeah, it
you
is.
explain it. It is scary, yes, but then I think they're not trying to hurt you. They're just trying to get your attention. So,
Exactly. So
and to hear,
tell me what investigation with the other team or with this team stands out the most in your mind? Or both teams?
so, well, with Seekers, it was when we were at the train depot and we were doing a ghost box session and they were asking for our names, the people who were in the room, and they said our names. They literally said them. And then we asked if my mom was there and they said yes. And I said, well, what's my mom's name? And they said Carmen. And that's my mom's name. So that one stands out with me with the other team. With this team, it would have to be the case in Orlando. That was pretty interesting, kind of scary too. Just the claims of, and what's another? What's the other one that we did? Saxon Manor over in Dorothea's, over at the Christmas house. The
Yes.
man with the top hat. That and the goat girl that got me. So yeah, those are probably those were good.
So for those who don't know what a goat girl is, we'll have to post a picture later. But the top hat guy was really cool.
Yes.
Those two things happen on two different investigations. We know the owner personally, and she allows us to periodically come out and investigate. But the first time we were out there, she was taking us on a tour because this particular property has a historic mansion on it. It also has 5 homes that are connected that were moved to the property. So they kind of make an L, and that they call that the Christmas house, I think it was.
Yeah,
And then
it
there's
used to be called the Brooksville Rogers Christmas House. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
That's right. And then there's another house that's separated from them. Dorothea took us upstairs in the back of that building, and we were looking at the other house that was across the way. I dropped the camera because we were just chatting, and with our own eyes, we see what looked like Abraham Lincoln walk right across that bay window. We were all shocked. That was insane.
It was very, yeah, it was. It's when you see it with your own eye, except for not on camera. It's yeah, it's very interesting when you catch
It is.
something. Another one I was just thinking of that we have on video is the girl that we found
Yeah.
in Roger's Christmas house, and you got
Same
it on
place.
video. Same place, yes.
Yep,
A
we were
lot of
setting up
activity there.
cameras. Yep, we were setting up cameras. We didn't even know what was happening because it's such a big location. We drop the camera and run, drop the camera and run. And then when we were playing it back, this little girl comes out of looks like maybe a bathroom or closet, comes around the corner, looks at us. No, she turned a corner and then come back and looked at the camera and went back into the closet. That was
She
cool.
stood there for just a few seconds. She stood there and just stared, and then she
that
went
one was
away.
cool.
That was
that
That
one
was
was
the
a cool one.
same place that it was my very first investigation,
Mm-hmm.
and that we set up equipment and stuff, and everybody's setting up equipment, and I'm standing there, and I look, and I see the door, and the door is starting to open by itself, and I'm like, excuse me, the door is opening by itself.
That's
And
right. It
like,
was right there with that red room. Right there at the red
yep.
room is where that happened. Yep.
Yeah,
We've had a lot of experiences there. A lot.
a lot. Nothing bad,
We
but
have.
a lot.
No.
The only thing
It
that
was
was
very peaceful.
yes, the only thing that was frightening was, like you said, the goat girl, because they were
Yes.
two girls on the property. I happened to go outside, see them there, and then I'm like, "What are you doing? This is private property." And they're like, "We're investigating." I'm like, "Pretty sure you're not." Brought them in, took a picture of them, and made them leave because they were holding hands on the floor, crisscross applesauce, and you couldn't see their faces anymore, but you saw a goat looking straight at the camera.
Yeah.
The goat was hovering over the little girl. Well, she
And
wasn't
Melissa
little.
was scared to death of them. She wanted them far away from her. Far
Yeah.
away.
And she kept
I
coming
remember
next to me, and I kept telling Sherry, "Can you please tell that girl stop following me?"
that.
Yeah, neither one told me until after. I'm like, "Why didn't she tell me?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
We've
was a
had
good
some
one.
interesting, yes, it was. We've had a lot of cool investigations. We have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing scary though.
Mm-mm.
Like you said though, when your client is telling you, they feel this, they see this, they heard this, they heard that, you get excited, you get a little nervous, but then when you get there, you're like, I don't see it, I don't feel
Yeah.
it. Everything that you're sensing is this or that. So
And
there's a lot of
sometimes it takes
debunking.
a couple times. All right.
Yep.
What about you, Angie? How did you get into this? What made you want to do all this?
So mine starts with I dreamt that I was sitting on a couch in the middle of the city just looking down at the ground wishing I could say goodbye to my father because he died with his wife at that time in another state. So we didn't even get to see my father buried. So I was wishing that I could see him one last time. So in the dream, these bare feet come up, and as I'm looking up, it was like when I tell you it was vivid colors, I'm not even kidding. The jeans were ripped, faded blue, and as I look up, the shirt was a white with pale paisleys on it, totally his shirt. And then I look up at him, and he holds out his hand. He said, "I'd like to see my grandchildren." So I put my hand in his hand, and then we ended up in a red pickup truck, which that's what he drove, was pickup trucks. And somehow we ended up from a city in South Tampa, and we lived in South Tampa at the time. And we're on Bayshore, and we're looking at the park, and the grass is like probably waist high in my dream. It was just flowing, really bright green grass, just flowing back and forth with the wind. And I could see Anthony and the two kids playing. And I looked at my dad and I said, "There they are." And he goes, "Thank you. I love you." The windows raised in the truck. The water in the bay was to my left, started to fill up, and I woke right up. It totally freaked me out because then I knew my father had come to say goodbye.
I
You know what I
truly
mean?
believe that. I believe that everybody, maybe not everybody, but most people do experience something like that after a loved one has passed away. It may not be right away, but I do believe that people do experience that where their loved one comes to them in some sort of way.
Absolutely. And then our girls, your girl and our daughters were in cheer together. And then I found out you were doing the paranormal. I don't even remember how we had that conversation. I'm like, I want to go. And you're like, let's go. So you took me on the investigation, and it happened to be at the what's that other house across the street from Saxon Manor?
Mace Stringer.
May
Mace
Stringer.
Stringer
Yep.
house.
It was at the May Stringer house. And actually, Michael took us live and everybody could see. So I was in that room with the military room. I think I was with Lori, and the orb followed me into the room. Do you remember that? I would
Yes.
love to get my hands on that video. But that right there was the nail in the coffin for me. I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And then you and I formed a team. And it's
Yep.
been history since.
Yes. We've done a
Right?
lot of stuff.
I know.
We've traveled. Remember Tennessee Hospital?
Listen, that was a
South
freaking one.
Pittsburgh. Yes, that was good.
That was the
That
best
was
part
good.
of that one, besides like the scratching and the riding on the necks with the spirit on you, of course, was that elevator. I'll
Yes.
never forget that. There's no power in this building. We're running off of a generator downstairs. We're on the third floor just talking. And that elevator, I think we even made a joke. Wouldn't it be funny if the elevator dinged?
Yeah.
It dang. And we ran like chickens all the way downstairs.
We looked at each other. I was like, no, it didn't. And we hail-tailed it right back to base. We're
I think
like,
we dropped the flashlights and everything. We just left it.
And there's no electric there. There's no electric in this place at all.
Nope. You can only
Yep.
see in the daylight. That freaked us out. The elevator shaft going ding.
Yep.
The three of us just hauled booty. That was funny.
Yeah, that was a good one.
What was the other one that we did? Like you, I think that the demon dog one, that was an interesting case because
in Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah, out in Orlando. And then you know what? I forgot about the one that we did just out there too, where we went to that meeting where we met the lady from The Conjuring.
Yes.
And then we did the investigation after. That was a cool one.
Yes, that was good too. Yeah. What did we investigate?
Wasn't it a school building or something? It was an old school.
I think it was.
Because there's pictures of us in like an auditorium leaning against the stage.
Yeah, that was where she was doing her. Yeah, I remember the seats. Remember this? We had our camera, the one that shows like heat, cold, whatever it was.
Yes.
And the seats were really there was cold temperature there. So, yeah, I remember that, and we were like, oh my gosh, look at that. We've done that.
We had Lexi with us then.
Yes, we did. It was me, you, Lexi, and Lori. Yes.
We dragged my little kid around. You know what's? I think some of the funniest things were when we would drag the kids to the cemetery.
Yes, we did. And mine, Brianna, was such she was so chicken. Angie, and we're just at a cemetery. It was my family cemetery at that, like where all my relatives were buried. And Angie got her so good, she ran to the truck, locked herself in it, and lay down on the floorboard.
She was hiding in the truck, and I'm like, why is she in the truck? There's nothing spooky out here. So I said, Sherry, watch this. I'm going to scare the crap out of her. I ran over and I went on the door. That kid screamed so loud. She was so mad.
For sure, yes.
Yeah, and then Lexi got out in there, and then the fun was on. Then we had to mess with them all night. But I'm glad though that Bree got over it and back into the investigations. Now she's a part of our team.
Yes.
A new mama.
She can't be on here right now because she is a new mommy. So she wanted to be on here tonight, but unfortunately she is putting the baby to bed.
Yeah, I invited Lexi too, and she said the same thing. If y'all could come earlier, because that's when I'm putting the kids to sleep.
We have really done a lot of good things too with the team. We haven't just investigated. Remember, we did Brooksville Cemetery. And the lady there, Mrs. Walker, could not take care of the cemetery anymore. It was destroyed. People had ripped the stones out of the ground. They had open caskets. So me and Angie got our husbands and the kids. It was literally just us. And we went there and they weed eated. They mowed the property. We put stones back where they were supposed to be. And then we had
and then later we got to do a
fundraiser.
Yep.
Yes, we did a fundraiser. We raised money for Miss Mary, and we cleaned up. We made everybody help clean up the cemetery, and then we brought her the money. So she had, it wasn't much, but it was something for her.
Exactly.
And
she let us spend the night on the cemetery grounds.
Yep. That was, like I said, it's not always about finding something. I mean, we did get to investigate on there. We did get some interesting stuff, but we also help people. Like we do fundraising for them or
Yeah,
yeah, so it's been
the
fun.
Christmas parade,
The
that was fun.
parade, yeah. Yes, yes, it was.
Decorating that trailer and tossing stuff and dancing to the Christmas music.
That was fun. That was, gosh, that was so. Brianna was only like, what,
They were little.
8 years old then? Yes, they
Yeah,
were little.
they were little.
Gosh. And she's
And
now
Nick,
24.
who drove the truck that night? Was it Robbie? I think Robbie drove us.
No, I don't think it was Robbie. Was it Anthony? No.
I don't think Nicholas was old enough to drive, was he?
Maybe it was Robbie. I don't know. I don't remember. If it was
Hmm.
Robbie, I would have wanted to kill him.
I don't remember who drove us that night.
Neither do I. I don't remember. Was it your truck?
I think it was Robbie that pulled us.
Maybe. It might have been. That was a long time ago.
Gosh, it was a very long
Yes.
time ago.
Yeah. The stuff we need to do again. It's just
Well, now that we're a 501c, we can do a lot more.
yeah.
We can do a lot more than what we used to be able to do. So now we can
Yeah.
actually fundraise and not worry and stress, and we could do different.
Mm-hmm.
We have different avenues now to help.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it'll be we do. We have a lot of stuff planned. We have our 15-year anniversary coming up. So hopefully, like you said, all of us can pull together and find somewhere to go away for the weekend and investigate something and just have fun. So
I think that would be fun. I was looking up in North Carolina and in Georgia or South Carolina, a lot of historical homes have been turned into Airbnbs. How fun would that be?
Or in Savannah. Savannah has a lot of them too.
Yeah, I know.
It would be a lot
Have
of
a nice
fun.
weekend out there. How fun would that be? Because you don't have to just investigate where you're at. You got the whole
We
town.
could go all over the place. Yep. You can go all over the
Heck
place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you winding up?
That's not me. It's Dustin. He was opening something. I don't know what it was. Yeah. It sounds funny. Like things I hear in the ear things over on your guys' end. It sounds funny.
All right.
I'm like, well, what are they doing over there?
I know, right? Let me look in the camera and see if I can see what she's got on.
Right. Move,
Melissa. I can't see your pants. So
maybe I don't have any on.
Oh.
All right. This conversation just got left-sided. All right.
Thank God.
So now that we've talked a little bit about what we like and the fun stuff, has there been any investigations that we've done that you did not like? Whether it was a good one or a bad investigation or a good investigation, there must have been something in that investigation you didn't like.
I bet you me and Melissa and you would all be on the same page with this one.
What's that?
The rat carcass girl.
The what?
The one where
that was mine.
Remember, yes, when we went to that house and our shoes literally stuck to the floor because of the dog urine and the rats in the windows that were dead.
I was so mad.
And we said it from that moment on. We will never, ever take on an investigation like that again. Never. Never enter a house like that again. I think all of us were kind of sick from that.
And you know what's funny? I think I've blocked that vision. I still remember the rat, but I think I blocked the whole thing because it was so terrifying.
I was bent down and I heard a noise, so of course you look because you're investigating. And the guy comes and he's like, "Oh yeah, that might be a rat." And I'm like, "Huh?"
I remember the one that ran from the closet out the door. I was like, oh my gosh, we got to go. That was probably one of the worst.
What
about for you? Yeah, that was a bad one.
Melissa, you got one yet?
Oh, that's the one. Wasn't that the one that said that? Was that the one that said that she doesn't do anything, and then she says that she had the deck of tarot cards that her got from like a car that she doesn't know where they came from?
Yeah, so it's funny because a lot of these people, when we interview them, whether it be Sherry, me, you, whoever, right? They always say, I don't do this, I haven't done that, I don't do this, I don't take that, blah, 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 blah. And then when you get there, you find out that they do, or they
something
did.
Totally different.
Yep. They may not be doing it today, but guess what? 5 years ago, me and my boyfriend, we were drawing, what do you call it, on the floor and burning witches and whatever. Like, they just tell you later. And you're like, why wouldn't you tell us that before? You used a Ouija board, but you didn't close it out properly? Or you're out in the woods playing witch stuff.
Yeah,
or in the
she
cemetery.
had the Ouija board, from her friend that passed away. She had the picture that she took from the cemetery, and then the
Yeah.
tarot cards from the people that passed away that she
But
didn't
she
know
said
who
she
they
never did
were.
it. Mm-hmm.
Was
Yeah.
that the
So that
one over there with the house? That was her? No, no, no. That was the people over. No, was it? Do you remember that house we did in Holiday? And she had the Ouija board, the tarot cards.
And the
everything.
picture.
There was a house I can't eat. I don't even. And they had like the fish tank in the living room.
Yeah.
And we set
Okay.
up. We had the standing white table at that time, and we
That's
all went
true.
and sat down in her room and was doing the ghost box and stuff. But she was with that woman was kind of. I mean, it
Freaky.
wasn't a
I have to.
bad investigation, but
I'm gonna back you up. I remembered another funny one.
what?
The girl that threw her boyfriend in the trunk.
Yes, I forgot about that in Orlando Cemetery. Melissa, I don't think
Oh
you were with us for that one.
Uh-uh.
oh my!
Oh my
It was
God.
me, you, Lexi. Who else was there?
Was
There was
Lori
somebody
with
else.
us?
Was it Lori? It had to be Lori.
It had to have been.
Oh my God, Melissa! It was so funny. So she called us out to do her house. I don't even remember what her claim was, but there was like no activity. And we're like, so is there
Mm-mm.
like a cemetery nearby? And she's like, yeah, let's go. So we followed her in her car to the cemetery, and we had to park at this place. And I go, if my car gets towed here, I'm going to totally freak out. I'm going to have a nervous breakdown. And then how did her car end up on the cemetery?
She was just driving through it. She was following around, I
Well,
believe.
but we parked. We walked in. Okay, so anyway, we're investigating the cemetery, and we get all the way in the back. I mean, we were far in this thing, but on the other side of it was a neighborhood, and you could hear voices, and she yells, "Get in the car!" we all jump in the back. He's still outside, and she's yelling because he didn't have nowhere to sit. She goes, "Get in the trunk!" He's got a broken arm. His arm is in the cast. She throws him in the trunk. She slams the.
For some
We're driving
reason,
down.
we were being chased or something. She said we were being chased. She's like, get in the trunk.
We're laughing, and all you hear is ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk.
And we're
She's
just looking
beating
at
the
each other like,
mess
what
out of
the
him.
heck? That was hilarious. So
We
funny.
laughed all the way back to my car, and then we're in the car. And we're like, "Should we follow them home?" We're like, "Fuck that."
We're out of here. That
We
was
laughed
funny.
so hard.
I
Never in
think
my
she
life have I
drove
seen
us.
anybody get thrown in the trunk.
She yelled him, jump in the trunk.
She's and they're cussing. He's like, "I don't want to get in the truck." She goes, "Get in the fucking trunk."
It was funny. Me and Andrew are just like, what in the world is going? We were nervous. Like, what is going
We're
on
gonna go to
here?
jail. There's either gonna be an axe murder or we're going to jail. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
think. The
that was a good
scariest
one.
one for me, I don't think I've been scared yet. I've been more excited. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, we've had a couple that it got me a little bit, like the Cuban lady that we did where the REM pod was answering on cue.
Oh yeah, the one
Remember,
where Jamie
Bree
told
was
me to get
with
the
me.
hell out of here.
It's the first one we ever brought Brianna on, and Jamie was like, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Telling it to shut up. The REM part starts going off, right? And she looks, she's like, no, it didn't. Shut up. She kept telling it to shut up.
I look over and I go, "Why would you tell her to shut up? We've been waiting all night for this."
That one was really good. And then the one where Melissa set the fire alarm off.
Yeah. I go, I go, I go. Sage the shit out of this fucking house.
That one was really good because remember the ball went rolling in the baby's room.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
that was a
then when
good
we
one.
went back and listened to the EVPs, you hear a little kid say,
Yes.
"How are you?"
What? Yeah.
I
How
said, "How
are
are you?"
you? We
And
have
I thought it
video
was
of
the
that.
boy. I thought it was her boy. Remember?
Mm-hmm. But
And I
they
was like,
weren't there,
"Wait."
were they?
The boys were there, but he wasn't in that room. He was with us
Okay.
upstairs.
And remember when
All
I was
right.
cleansing, the little squigglies kept coming out of the and going up
Yeah,
and out.
Mm-hmm.
that was a good
Yep.
one.
You know
That
what's
was a good
funny
one
is
too.
I came across his Facebook page the other day. We
Who
were
the
talking
boy?
about Sean, and
Really?
what was her name? I forgot what her name was. Her page isn't there no more. But I came across his page, Sean something. I forgot what his name was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is he doing
So I,
paranormal?
yes, he is. He's a paranormal investigator.
Huh.
Look at
Mm-hmm.
that. Look what we
Yep.
started.
Yes, he is.
I
Yep.
wonder if
So
he gave
those are
us.
two. Those were good.
I wonder if he gave us credit for teaching him.
Who knows?
I think one of our good ones was at the jail when we spent the night in the jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a good
That
one.
was good.
I never saw it,
That was
even when I
good.
went back and looked on video, but Ramon had told me that there was a spider in a room with Michael, but I've never been able to see that spider.
No.
He said it was
I
big
don't
as his
think we.
hand.
God.
I know, I would have
Ugh.
died. That one was a good
Nope.
one.
Yeah, that was good. I've
I'm
had a
trying to
lot
think.
of moments of like, it gives me goosebumps so you can feel something. Oh, I forgot what house we were in. Remember, my leg got ice cold and I felt somebody touching my legs.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I couldn't move. I froze. That was
It's funny
good.
because you have a lot of people. I don't know if it happens to you when you tell people that you're a paranormal investigator. If they say, do you have the same things like on TV where people are pulling on you and you're getting shoved and pushed out the door and blah, blah, blah? I'm
Mm.
like, I can't think of an incident that would be exactly like how they portray it on TV. And I'm like, dude, when you see that stuff, a lot of it is fabricated.
It's acting. They're acting that out.
Yeah.
There's
We've
no
been
way.
on so many, and nothing like that has ever happened. Nothing.
Nope. I remember a jacket being tugged in one of our investigations. I think it was Lori's jacket got tugged.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been scratched. We've all run into cold spots.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see, but there's a lot of investigations that we've done that been absolutely nothing.
Yes,
So
absolutely
I don't know
nothing.
how to explain to somebody who's never had, gone on an investigation or whatever and try to compare what you see on TV to what actually happens because it's not what they see on TV.
Because not every time you go do you get anything.
Mm-mm.
So it's
Or they're one lucky
sometimes,
team on TV.
yeah, yeah. I mean, sometimes we've had to go look at Orlando. We went out there, what, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
The Cuban lady, we went out there twice.
Twice.
The gentleman we're doing right now, we've been out there twice. So
Yeah.
I
And
think
now
it
to his
just,
mama's.
hmm
Yeah, so you
And
never
we had a
know.
lot more activity the second time than we did the first time.
That's true. And
yeah.
tell me to Sherry threw the ball.
I'm sorry,
What
but
about the time
I
we did
laughed.
the
Oh yeah, the
Yes, I
bar was a
forgot
good
about
one.
the bar. Yeah, the bar was good
was
with the.
dancing on the bar?
Yeah. Hmm. Yep. That was a cool one. To watch
That
the
was
stick
good.
figures run across the bar.
Mm-hmm.
But I
And it was
think
like he
they
was
make their own
shaking.
paranormal because they have that guy in there constantly reading cards and telling
Yes.
reading people's future or whatever he does.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Tarot reader.
they're constantly looking for paranormal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they've created it or at least trapped something there. I
Yeah.
mean, it is in an area that is known for paranormal and it's right there on the
Mm-hmm.
water.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
think they created a lot of
That
theirs.
used to be an old Chinese restaurant long time ago.
That's a boozer bar.
Yep. Yes, it is.
I know. Let's
God, now
see.
I'm
Anything
thinking about
else?
all the investigations we've done. Now it's like popping up things that I totally forgot about.
Right?
I'm thinking about them all.
I know. Think about it.
Yeah.
We've got 15 years of paranormal investigations under our
Mm-hmm.
belts.
Yep. 15
Not
years.
to mention anything that you experienced prior to that.
Yep.
That's a
Yes.
lot of experience and a lot of knowledge.
And we have good people on our team. We really do.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
Is there any equipment that we've bought and don't use or bought and you absolutely love or don't like that sits in your brain right away?
Spirit box
REM pod.
was my favorite.
Me too. REM pod is probably the most accurate. And I
I
mean,
love REM pod.
me too. Love the REM pod. I mean, I'm not really into the whole temperature thing, you know? I mean, it could be a
Me
cold
neither.
spot
Unless I
anywhere.
feel it, I don't see it. I don't. Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that one.
I like the
Melissa,
new
you
rope
like the spirit
thing.
box?
I like the spirit box and the REM pod. I
Yeah,
trust the
me
REM
too.
pod the most,
Me too.
My
but
favorite,
I enjoy the
oddly
spirit
enough,
box
is
the
the
most.
voice recorders.
But yeah, you like to listen to that stuff. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I
Now,
love the voice recorders.
I like to hear it if it's on my ears. But if I can't hear it, it's like, okay, well, we'll have to wait till 2 days to
Yeah,
hear anything. But
the
I want,
you want to hear it today.
yes, I
What I
like
don't
something that
like,
gives me validation then.
yeah, what I don't like, and I think if you guys were to sit with me and go over the actual video, you would hate it
Hmm.
too, is how much conversation is on there between us all
Yeah.
versus the investigation.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? And the cameras are so sensitive. Like the ones that we put, like this last one that we just did, the cameras are in those rooms. And even though it's in a home, and obviously you can hear somebody talking from room to room, those cameras are so sensitive that it sounded like the one in the far bedroom, we were in there the whole time.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know how to get everybody on the same page that when we pop those cameras up, obviously we got to play and joke because that's what we do. But when you listen to it, there's so much of it. Like I was watching the camera in the crystal room, and I'm yelling over Kaylee that asked Melissa. So it's not just everybody; it's me too. I'm yelling over Kaylee while she's trying to explain something, asking Melissa to take pictures, and totally ignoring what she's trying to say in there. So
I
I
was
think.
ignoring her.
No, me. And she would pause. It was funny because her eyes would go. She would shift and like give me the side eye. But I didn't see it until I was watching the camera and I was like,
You're good at catching the stuff on the tape.
Yes. Yeah. And that is why
yeah,
Angie she is so, how do I put this? When we first started this, we all said, okay, well, one will do pictures, one will do this, one will do that, da, da, da. But Angie is so on top of all this stuff. She likes to do the pictures because I mean, she scans these pictures and these videos like anything. Things that I would never ever see, she finds. So
Yeah.
she's really, when it comes to
I have to tell
looking
you,
at this
Melissa did
stuff and
some
listening,
excellent photos this time.
yeah,
Thank you.
Did you see those
yeah. I
big
think
orbs in them?
Yeah.
I think Melissa would be good at looking at pictures. I do. Me, I can't see. I'm going like this just to see you guys now. And the listening part, I could listen, but I can't sit long enough to. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah, I
No, I
could.
can't do the listening part because I listen to what she listened to, and I'm like, how did she even get that? Because I listened
Yeah,
5 times and I didn't hear it, but
yeah.
now that she said
Bec-
it, I hear it.
because
It
she
was
has
there.
the
I just
equipment to pull
hear
out
it.
the noise and pull out the stuff of it,
Yeah.
so she can
Sometimes I
hear
don't
it.
even
Yeah,
use the sound equipment. I can literally hear it. Like
mm-hmm.
the when I
A
was
couple
getting up off the
times.
floor in that last one I sent you, and it goes, what did it say? Yeah. I was like, what?
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent. I go, oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get off the floor. And he goes,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The past
but
couple
I
Yeah.
had
times
the
you've put
headphones on
some,
and I never heard it. So it's you don't always hear it when it happens either. That was
the
after I went back.
the few that you've done lately, like they were really good,
Yeah, we're
clear
really good.
as day. And I'm like, I even told my husband, "Did you just hear that?" He's like, "I did. Play it again."
That's funny. I haven't even done the voice recorders yet. I've been trying to do the video, and there's so much of it. So what I do is I'll watch some video and then I go to the voice recorders, and because it gives my mind like a break.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
those videos, especially when you do the cameras, like we had the individual camera set up all over, one
Mm-hmm.
camera is like however long you have. So now you got 6 cameras and you got 8 hours of video on each one that you got to watch. So it takes a long time to go over it.
Yeah.
I was just getting photo bombed.
Or they bomb
Oh, by
you
your
getting
kid.
photos.
Yeah, my dog was like,
Oh,
Oh, by the
that's funny.
dog.
That's funny. Well, what do you think? Anything else you guys could think of?
No, I mean, I think we covered basically everything. I mean, for this
Yeah.
episode, at least,
yeah.
so people can kind of get to know who we are and, I mean, I don't know if there's
Yeah.
anything else you guys want to share.
Well,
Mm.
we might as well introduce. We have other teammates. We have my daughter Alexis, your daughter Bree. We have a
Yes.
Michael, and we have Jamie, who's and some of the like Jamie's very, 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 very part time. So she's a new mom, and she only comes out if I literally go over and drag her out of the house. And then we have a new teammate, Kaylee, that we're still testing. So I don't know if you call her teammate yet, but she's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Bree, she's working on her abilities.
Yeah. I think her and Melissa should work together. I think Melissa should take her under her wing and kind of, yeah,
Who,
that's because
Bree or
Bree
Kaylee?
really, Brianna, because Brianna really can, she really feels stuff. I mean, they've been having a little bit of activity here at the house, and Bree will be like, I mean, hair standing up on her arms, and yeah, so she just needs,
Well, you know where you live. You got all that lime rock, and you got
mm-hmm,
those natural springs running underneath your property.
yeah, I don't see or feel anything, but the kids do. They say they feel stuff, but they did. Look at when we did our house over on Grove Drive. We got some good stuff on that one.
That is
At
true.
my house over there. Yeah. So we got, but I think Bree just needs somebody to kind of help her open up or realize what she's feeling or what she's saying. But,
Yeah.
you know, she's a new
That'll
mommy and
take
doesn't
time
have
because
really
she's a new
time.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's still
Yeah. So
learning,
but I mean, our main ones are me, you, Melissa, and Mike,
that
you
is
know, and
true.
But
I
you're
think,
always learning because for
yes.
years I've had, and I'm still learning. Like the last
Yep.
investigations that we did at that one house, I've felt things that I've never in all my years of feeling things have I felt like with the.
Is it because you're opening up more?
I don't know. I think it just came through in a different way because I didn't even realize it at first. But Sherry's the one that pointed it out. I was feeling what I was feeling and
Oh, you mean the
saying
grandma?
it, and
Yeah,
Sherry was like, "Well,
she was literally having the signs of a stroke. Melissa was. And I said when she told me like all the signs and symptoms she was having, I was like, that's what a stroke would feel like. That's how somebody would feel when they were having a stroke. And then to hear that the grandmother had a stroke, you know, you kind of
Yeah.
you're like, wow, yeah, she
And
really
bumped
was
her head on
feeling
the
that.
bed.
Yep.
and I only feel it in that room in that space where she was, like
And
when
her
Interesting.
head
she,
Did you
hurt.
feel it
Do
this
you,
last time?
yeah,
You did?
yeah. I think when you listen to the voice recorded, you'll hear it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I said it like when it was happening. I said it,
And you
and the
kept
light.
sitting down
Remember, the
going, it
light was
hurts.
going off right where she fell.
Mm-hmm.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that,
Even
so when
all
we go
these
out to
years
the
later.
mom's house, it'd be interesting to see if it's the same thing because the grandmother died in that house.
The one that
See,
had the
like when you
stroke?
guys talk about all this stuff, like that's I try to avoid that. Like I try not to listen or read when you guys are. That's how come sometimes I miss things because when you are talking about like the background and what you picked, like the investigating that you do prior, I
Oh,
try
you
not
don't
to
want to
listen
know
to
it?
it. No, I don't want to know it.
She wants to
So I
feel it
tried.
when she goes into the house.
Yeah. So when I start reading, if it's talking about that, I just skip right over. I don't even read it. I just go past it
Hmm.
because I
Well,
don't
why
want to
didn't you read it,
know.
Melissa? Don't you know anything, Melissa? We already said it, Melissa.
Damn it, Melissa. You missed the whole thing.
You
Yeah,
better
but I
scroll
do that on
back
purpose
9 pages
only because I
and
don't
read
want
that
it
shit
to
right now.
like interfere with.
What you're feeling. Yes.
What you
Yeah,
want to pick up? So,
She
oh, I see
wants
what
to
you're saying.
know
So
that
we're
what
like,
she's feeling.
so you don't want us to crowd your brain with what we think
not that, but
happened.
I don't want it to. Because you know how sometimes when you know something, maybe
Then
I
you see
second
it.
guess myself. Like I just want to know that I'm. If you say, oh well, like she said, well the grandmother had the stroke and hit her head, and not have known that prior. It
Yeah.
just, you know what I mean?
But you knew she
Yeah.
died, but you didn't know how.
Yeah. Well, I knew that she had a stroke, but I didn't know she hit her head
Mm.
when she fell. And I only knew she had a stroke was when we went there, but now I don't remember if that was after when Sherry said, "Oh, those are signs of a stroke." Because Sherry said to me, "Those are signs." So I said, "I'm not having a stroke." And Sherry was like, "No."
The grandmother had a stroke.
Yeah. It was
Tell Mike to zip it.
In
All
that house.
right.
all right. Well, let's call it a night, and then I
Alrighty.
will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes,
Bye.
yes. We will see you. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.